shit.
Somebody in the chat say we conflated them. He right, it did get conflated. Because when I was thinking of trophies, I specifically was thinking to a certain beauty standard, where it's like I could see you in a magazine or in a video or something. So I was just saying that from there, but it messed the analogy up. So yeah, I
Maybe
digress on that.
when I think of trophy, I think of a person who you can brag about. Like it's like it's all about physical. That person you just bragging about it. It's no depth. Like she doesn't have substance. She doesn't bring much to the table. She's just her looks. That's what I think about it.
That's what I think about also when I think about a trophy. It's just strictly her outer appearance. And that's it. On the inside, she is a monster, you know, as far as, and then this is the problem. The guys, like the basketball guy, he took a trophy and made her into a treasure in his mind, but she was still just a trophy. And she could, that's sometimes trophies can never be anything but a trophy. They can never be a treasure.
So you say these hoes don't always be hoes?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, I know some women who by definition would be considered a hoe, but with the right man, they became treasure. Just by definition. And you know, I even had one, she would say, I'm a hoe from way back. I don't know why she would say that, but that was her favorite statement. But she ended up making a great wife and mother. But she was faithful once she got with the right person. So I guess she went from a trophy to a treasure. I don't know. You know. I'm just telling you what the definition of what we consider a hoe, she was definitely that. And it's some out here. So I can't say that a hoe cannot become a treasure or a wife or whatever the case may be, because I know people who actually turned their life around. Or were they actually a treasure who was just disillusioned and lost?
Wait, so how they turn it around? Did that, was it like religion? Was it like a good net? Like what?
I think, well, some was definitely religion. They became saved, but it's some that it has nothing to do with that. They just at some point in their life they decided they ran into the right man and they decided, you know what, I'm gonna settle down and do right. And that's what they did.
So you're saying that the right man would change a woman?
I definitely think that the same and vice versa.
I think they can spark the change.
Yes, you got to change.
The right woman can spark the change, but
I think they
maintain it. Yeah, you have.
I think they will. You will want to change if the person that you want, if it's a requirement and you really want this person, then you'll put forth the effort to change. But nobody can change another person. We all know this. But I can say, you know what? I met Mr. Right, for lack of a better explanation. And I know that there's some requirements in order for me to be with Mr. Right. So I make a decision. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give up some of my ways because I truly want to be with Mr. Right. And one of my ways could be hoeing. So I know that if I continue to hoe, I cannot be with Mr. Right. So I'm willing to give that portion of my life up so that I could be with him.
I made this argument sometimes. I just want to highlight that.
And I want to point out, it's important to know why she is sleeping around. You'll be amazed, and I've said this before, you'll be amazed how many women sleep around because that's their attention. They like the attention that sleeping around gives them, right? They don't get that natural attention. So they feel like I have to sleep with this guy just to get his attention or get him to desire me the way that I want to be desired. So you have some people who just like to have sex, and you got some people who really just want the company of a man, and that's how they get the company of a man. They're just doing it all wrong. So it's different holes out. I mean, it's different whole strategy.
I was gonna say,
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say I agree with what Aunt Pat was saying about meeting the right person to spark the change. But like she said, they'll make the adjustments for the person, but the problem is that if they're strictly only doing it for the person and not really seeing the value in the change that the person is sparking. So if they're just sparking a change, you're trying to get them, and whatever you did, whatever you're doing is still really not out of you. You really don't have the mindset that you want a different outcome. Then I do think you'll fall back into like your old habits. But if the person sparks the change where they can show you a different outcome that aligns with the life that you want or the goals that you want, then I think you're more apt to stick to that the changes that you're making to be with that person. So it's just in me. I truly believe vast majority of people can change, but it's the mindset behind whether or not you want the change. So, like when you say there's just some people you just can't change. Yes, those are the people that are of the mindset that they will never change because they don't see any value. What they're doing right now, they're getting what they see as value. So there's no reason for them to change. But I think other people that if they're put in a situation where they see the value in the change, they will look for ways to make those changes because they want that outcome.
Right. I think, what's her name? Shan.
Shan,
I think you hit something very important when you made the statement about people. What did you say just before?
Mistaken.
Yeah, just before mistaken.
Women cheat. I mean, not cheat, but sleep around for different reasons.
Okay, so that brought to mind my roommate when I was in college. She was a Caucasian woman, and she brought home on the weekdays a different man every night. On weekends, she brought one in the afternoon and one in the evening. And this went on for about a year. So we won't even add how many people she slept with. And she would go back there, she slept with each one of them. And you knew she was sleeping with each one of them because of the noise that was going on. And all of a sudden, she's screaming and hollering. Everybody made her scream and holler. So
she was faking it.
I don't know. I ain't into it like that. I ain't gonna say that's her thing. But the point is, about a year and a half into this, one of the guys she brought home, they connected. They ended up getting married, and she stopped sleeping around. Because to be honest with you, we thought she was a nympho because, but apparently not, because she was able to be faithful to this man once she hit the man that either one, I don't know exactly, because when you're 18, 19 years old, it's kind of hard to tell exactly what was going on. But thinking about it, I think that she was just trying to find somebody to love her. Once she found the person that was willing to accept her, that was all that she was looking for. So she stopped sleeping with all these different men.
Did he know she was on?
Now, you know what? We at a small university, probably so. I don't think he cared. Mm-hmm. But I can't say for sure that he did know. I knew because she's my roommate. Now, was people around campus talking to her? She white. I ain't hanging no circles, so I don't know. To be honest with you.
That's great.
I just want to make two quick points. Men, if you have the option, don't you turn no fucking hoe into a housewife. Because the point two is, these hoes ain't loyal. Use them for what they good for. We need hoes. We need them. Use them for what they good for, because she's cool with it. Don't you turn that bitch into no motherfucking housewife.
So you saying
do
that
it.
none of them can change? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I said. What I said was, men, if you have another option, don't you choose that hope. She was, I believe, yeah, no, a zebra can't change her stripes. A zebra will not turn into a fucking giraffe.